Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's all doing well. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the super featherweight world title fight that's taking place this coming weekend between Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring is defending his WBO super featherweight world title against Shakur Stevenson. Up until this point in Shakur's career, he's been largely untested. Hasn't really been in there with the same level of opposition as Jamel Herring's been in with. So Shakur Stevenson has taken a big step up fight this weekend. He's 16-0 with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. In the pros, like I say, hasn't been in there with the greatest level of opposition. He's been a substantially large favorite in all of his fights so far in the pros, and once again he's a substantially large favorite going into this fight against Jamel Herring. So in my opinion, he's being managed pretty well by his promotional team. Like I say, he hasn't been in there with the best level of opposition as of yet, but he has been in there in terms of in the amateurs. He's operated at an extremely high level, went to the Olympics. He's been in there with guys like Terence Crawford now, and in the amateurs he fought guys like Devin Haney. I mean, there's sparring videos of him and Devin Haney online, very high level stuff. So he has operated at a high level in the amateurs and in sparring. So I don't think this is going to be much of a shock for him. I do think he should be the favorite going into this fight against Jamel Herring. Maybe not as big of a favorite as he is, but I do think he's a much more talented and much better boxer, much more skilled. In my opinion, he has the technical and fundamental advantages in this fight. Also, I think he might have a better boxing IQ than Jamel Herring. So from distance, I think Shakur Stevenson's gonna probably put on a clinic in this fight. I think he'll outbox Jamel pretty comfortably, probably school him. Herring, in my opinion, even though he has the physical size advantage in terms of height and reach, I don't think he can box with Shakur from the outside. So I think he's gonna have to try and close the distance. Probably try get in close, use his uppercuts and hooks on the inside. He got a pretty good short left uppercut that I saw against, and a left hook as well that we saw against Carl Frampton. It's a pretty good victory. I mean, Frampton's was coming towards the end of his career, but he's a pretty high level operator himself, and Jamel Herring put on a great performance in that fight. However, I think Shakur Stevenson is on another level in terms of boxing skills. He's got great legs, great hand speed. So like I say, on the outside, I think he's going to be able to outbox Jamel Herring behind his jab. Great hand speed, pretty good footwork as well. I think he'll be able to maintain distance from the outside, keep the fight there, and pick Herring apart. The other thing is Shakur's very patient. Doesn't take too many risks in fights. That's often what he gets criticized for, about his fights being a bit too boring, because he's happy to just play it safe and pick his opponents apart from the outside, not really look for the stoppage. And in this fight, I think that's all he needs to do. He doesn't need to take any risks in this fight. He is the better boxer from the outside, so stick behind his jab, keep the distance, boxing on the outside. And in my opinion, he'll be able to box his way to a unanimous decision against Jamel Herring. The other thing I looked at with Jamel Herring is he was pretty soundly outboxed by Ladarius Memphis Miller, another boxer out of the Mayweather gym. Memphis Miller, a lot of sparring of him online. I remember back in the day when he sparred Adrian Broner, that was a very entertaining spar. Now Memphis Miller, he's a kind of a similar fighter to Shakur Stevenson. He's also a southpaw. Now I know Herring's a southpaw as well, so two southpaws going at it in this fight. But when Herring fought Memphis Miller, who's another southpaw, he lost a unanimous decision to Ladarius in that fight. And Ladarius is a pretty similar boxer to Shakur Stevenson, except I would say Shakur's just, a little bit better than Memphis Miller at almost everything they do. So I can't really see any way that Herring's going to win this fight. He's not the biggest puncher either, so I can't really give him too much of a puncher's chance. He has respectable power, but I don't think he's really a puncher. So less than a 50% KO ratio. I don't see too many ways he can beat Shakur in this fight. Like I say, I think Shakur is just a better version of Memphis Miller. and we saw what Ladarius was able to do to Shakur, you know, able to outbox him and to a unanimous decision pretty comfortably. So I think Shakur will be able to do the same, and I think he'll probably shut, or if not shut Herring out, it'll be pretty close to a shutout in my opinion. I think Herring's going to be lucky to win maybe 2 or 3 rounds in this fight. So I think Shakur Stevenson's going to school Herring, shut him out, probably. That's my opinion on this fight, guys. I think Shakur Stevenson's going to be the new WBO super featherweight world champion, and I think he's going to do it pretty comfortably. So let me know in the comment section below how you see this fight playing out. Thanks for listening. Talk to you guys again soon. Cheers.